second half there, were you throwing some, I mean, I know you always play some zone, but was it a different kind of zone that you were playing, or? I know you mix and match, but were you doing some different things defensively?
We tried a couple of different kinds of zone, but not a ton, you know. So we're trying to mix it up a little bit, just to show different looks. But obviously, it's a difficult job with their spacing and with the playmaking they have. So just continue to see what we can accomplish defensively.
Kid mentioned a couple games he's impressed that you guys can switch defenses without calling timeout. I think you kind of always done that, but is it hard to get that in there? And then I guess there might have been some issues with that.
Yeah, we had a couple miscommunications on that where we kind of ended up in two different defenses at the same time. So did a much better job with that in game one. So that was addressed in our film session.
How hard is it to do it?
It really depends. I mean, you can't do it in transition, but you can do it. Definitely do it on a dead ball, and at times you can do it on a made shot too. And that's the one where it's kind of you got to be a little careful. But we've had some success with that this season. Doing changing defenses after a made shot.
Steve, the NBA today fined the Mavericks for bench decorum, and I wonder if that's an issue for you guys. And I'm thinking in particular about when Kerr talked about passing to one of your players.
That's the only time it was an issue. I really didn't have any problem, or I don't have any problem. In fact, I really love the energy that their bench shows. I think it's great. They've got great chemistry, great energy. They've had a phenomenal season, and I think part of it is that they're so connected and they're pulling for each other. So I love that part of it, but it can't interfere with the game. And I thought that one play, I don't know who it was, but somebody was wearing a white shirt and was basically standing, right next to our player and calling for the ball. So that's too much. That's too much. But the other stuff I got no problem with. I think it's great.
Steve, now that we're in the every other other day a game, do you like this rhythm, or it just keeps going like that, or do you prefer when you can have a little pause?
No, I like the rhythm of every other day. It's a little tougher with the length of the flight. If you had a shorter flight, it would be ideal. So that's the only downside is longer travel day. But otherwise, I'm not a huge fan of sitting around. In the first round, you always have some long gaps between games, and that's no fun.
Is there any concern with that, with maybe having a little bit of an older team, and then also the trend as the playoffs have gone on, you guys haven't maybe played as well as the series has gone on?
No, I mean, we're just, doing what we do, and players are taking care of themselves, and training staff's doing a great job with them. We're trying to monitor minutes as best we can, not overload anybody. But that's all part of it. It really is a marathon getting through the NBA playoffs. It's a good couple of months. And it's not only the physical stress, but the emotional stress going from game to game and trying to get rest in between. So it's something that every team deals with.
After reviewing the film from Game 2, what are your thoughts on Moses' fourth quarter minutes?
Moses was really solid. Did a good job of spacing and moving the ball along. He made the one play, getting to the rim and laying it in. I thought his defense was good. So he's. I've said this before. He's kind of wise beyond his years. He doesn't seem like a rookie. He doesn't seem 19. He just has a very calm presence about him, and I thought that showed the other night.
Would you say they're more committed to not leaving Clay than even most teams?
Yeah, they're definitely locked in on Clay and doing a good job of staying with him.
So he got 2 dunks in the last game. I mean, are you seeing him maybe start to, feel that out, not, maybe hunt the deep contested 3 and go to the rim and try to loosen them up?
I thought the game opened up for us in the second half. They obviously had, their shooting lineup on the floor most of that half, and we did a better job of moving the ball, getting the ball side to side and attacking, and there was space for Clay to get to. So, yeah, he did a really good job in that second half.
Coach, what adjustments does your coaching staff anticipate tonight for the Mavericks? Do you think they're going to change things up?
I don't think that they'll change things up a ton. You always have a couple things in your back pocket. It might be just a matchup, who guards whom. Could be a reserve player who you decide to play instead of another one. But I don't anticipate any major changes strategically. But you always try to be ready for that, and as a staff, we have that conversation, every day. We sort of, it's one of our sections of our meeting is, what would you do if you were Dallas? Like, what changes would you make? I'm sure they do the same thing.
What would you do?
I'm not telling.
What have you thought about Clay's defense so far, especially in the times that he is on the field?
Clay's been good. He's the fact that he's a big, strong guy. His post defense has been excellent. He's always been a really good two-way player, and we count on him to have that switchability and to use that size and strength.
You've in the past called a foundational piece. Can you kind of just explain what that means to you?
I've called what? I'm sorry.
A foundational piece. Like in the past, you talked about Kavon.
A what piece?
Foundational
piece. Yeah. Sorry, I know the masks are killing us. What it means is, you kind of have a core group of guys who represent your culture, your identity, what you're about. Generally, those guys are mentors and leaders, and you feel their presence every day, and it impacts the whole group. And that's what I mean by that with Loon. He's I don't think he's ever been late for anything. He's in the weight room, in the training room, getting his work done every single day. He's got that quiet strength that I think most people are drawn to. Where there's kind of a humility but a consistency that people see every day, and I think Loon provides that for our team, and it gives us calm and discipline, and we need that.